Welcome back to a very special breaking news edition of Between Two Clouds. I'm your host, Danny Hunt, and today we are joined by Courtney Humphrey, CEO at Opex Technologies. Courtney, welcome back to the show.
Danny, how are you, buddy? Good to see you this morning.
I'm good. I felt it was only appropriate for me to break out my power shirt for this conversation. I'm assuming you noticed?
I, I totally noticed.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. So yesterday we officially launched the AI division at Opex Technologies. So a couple questions for you. Let's start with why Opex AI and why a dedicated division?
Sure. Well, first, I got to say, you called this breaking news. I really thought about going straight to Instagram and doing a Dave Portnoy emergency press conference for this, but we'll do the Between Two Clouds breaking news edition and have a
Fair
little
enough.
fun with it.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
no, it's one of these things that over the last year to 18 months, we have been getting more and more questions about from our customers. And that's what dictates what we do. And there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace, which gives us the role that we have. And some of it is, what do we need to be doing? What are the outcomes we want? How can we leverage AI to get these outcomes? And who are the providers that can help us execute on this? And that's really where we play. And it is amazing to see right now the amount of new companies, new startups. It reminds me of the late 90s in the dot-com days where everyone was a dot-com. Everyone right now is got an AI product, whether they're a 50-year-old company or they started last week. And so our job is to spend time vetting them and using the resources we have on our team to really make sure our customers can get what they need to execute at their business level.
I like the dot-com analogy. You think back 30, 40 years and there was dot-com. 20 years ago it was cloud, and I think at the time people thought there was hype, and hype turned out to be real, and now it's AI. Transitioning into business outcomes, or actually before we even get into business outcomes, let's talk about the technology driving those outcomes, specifically the provider landscape, the AI provider landscape. What are you seeing out there?
Man, it's all over the place. And that's what's interesting right now because, we historically work in the TSC space. And over the last year, there's been a lot of providers in the CX space, and they've got a lot of solutions, and they're really good solutions to help with this customer experience and really drive metrics and data to be more successful in that space. But where that's the space, the lane that we've always been in, our customers are coming to us with other needs. And so we're having to go outside of our historical channels and vet providers. Okay. We're also having to challenge our TSD space to go and get access to different providers to help our customers achieve the goals they need. So there's a lot out there. There's a lot of noise, but this is real. And I think it's one of those things, kind of going back to the dot-com thing. There were some things there that kind of came bust, as we all know. But AI is here to stay, in my opinion. I think it is going to be very valuable for the companies who leverage it and really use it to create efficiencies. I think there's people out there that are worried, is this going to take my job? Maybe. If you're someone worried that it's going to take your job, it might take your job. If you're someone that's confident in what you do, you probably don't have anything to worry about. But I think the efficiencies that it'll create are going to be so beneficial that it's going to be here to stay.
So I'm on the fence yet of whether or not it's coming for my job. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, I think you're okay, buddy.
All right,
You,
fair enough.
you live in a relationship space, and I don't think AI can replace that. And so I think people that deal with people every day are totally fine in most cases. So you're not on the chopping blocks quite yet.
All
Maybe
right.
for other reasons, but not because
All
of AI.
right. That's great to hear, especially from you. So I was having a conversation last night with the CIO at one of our retail orgs, and really cool story. They deployed AI at their drive-throughs, and
Mhm.
now not without a lot of effort. They're seeing a 97% efficacy rate, and I mean that in and of itself is impressive. So I asked him, I was like, what is especially in their world, what has been the response of folks to is it coming from my job question? And he responded very quickly because I think he probably gets that quite a bit. And I loved his response. He said, it wasn't about replacing jobs. It was about filling a gap in a marketplace where they can't find people. I think for companies that are finding it difficult to hire, they're using this technology to fill those gaps and to make the experience better for everybody. So it's a really cool story, and I think timely with this conversation today. My last question for you, personally, how are you using AI in your life?
Funny you'd ask. I'm a fan of Chat GPT, not gonna lie. I'm all about when I get in a certain situation and need an email crafted or need something done. I leverage that. I wish I had it in college. I probably would have had way better grades and maybe had something fancier on my robe when I graduated. But it helps. I mean, if I've got a busy day and need to crank some stuff out, I can go to Chat GPT, throw some ideas out, and find it very valuable. There's things that we're doing with the business that we're evaluating right now to build some custom AI tools that I think are going to be very valuable for us on the engineering side of the house. And so it's about those kind of, like you said, gaps, resources, time saving ways. And that's what we're looking at internally to give a better output to our customers that's data driven and just, make it easier on our team. So our team is in front of our customers and spending less time behind the desk and more time in front of our customers.
Yeah, I think along the same lines, if I'd have had access to these tools when I was in college, the outcome would have been very different.
Man, I might have been a 4.0 student. Who knows?
Well, very exciting times here at Opex. I think that's going to wrap us for today. Courtney, thanks for taking some time, sharing your insight, and thanks to everybody else who took time to stop by.
Absolutely. Good chatting with you, Danny. Take care. Have a good day.
You as well.